Oh. Okay, this one is the this one it's
Hi guys, I'm Felicia Ortiz and welcome to Hot and Juicy Presents If You Can't Take the Heat. Today we are joined by a bad bee. She was introduced to our screens through the very popular YouTube show Backchat, and since then she has gone on to appear on a variety of TV shows. She is a mother and an entrepreneur, and she is definitely not one to shy away from her opinion. Because if she tells you to shut up, then boy. Of course, I am talking about the one and only Esther Falana.
Hey.
Hiya, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Esther, I've heard you like pepper.
Yes, I do.
Not
yes.
ordinary pepper.
Pepper. Yes, yes.
So are you ready?
Yes, I am. I'm a Nigerian woman.
Oh yeah. Make we eat now. All right, the first prawn. You ready? All right, let's just do this.
So what we just...
Yep. Pick it up, dunk it in.
So what, do we just start from the...
From the mild and then we work our way up.
Okay, cool.
How was that?
This is like
Let's just see what you'll be saying when we get to prawn 6, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I googled you.
Came up, oh my god.
Of course I googled you, for research.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Backchat was the most popular. Obviously your body was the second. And then most recently, your TikToks with your daughter.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I honestly can smell a fashion line coming along.
Oh, God willing, who knows? A lot of people are telling me that I need to start a fashion line. A lot of people say, Esther, your fashion sense, or you combine clothes. I love fashion. I love putting clothes together. I love, styling myself. And styling doesn't just come from fashion in terms of clothing. It starts from the hair, the makeup, the shoes. So I'm definitely into fashion from head to toe. I already have my own hair business, which is S Beauties. So I'm already in with one foot, just for me to get my clothing line out, and that'll be my, the complete set.
So Mom, I'll try to be model. So if you want me, I got you.
I got you. Yes, I like that. Definitely.
Because of everything that goes on, because of like how you are on social media, what are some of the misconceptions that people have in regards to you? And tell us 2 things that you wish that people knew about you.
Okay, a lot of the misconceptions that people have of me, like, first things first is a lot of people judge me based on Backchat, but then as soon as they meet me within 5 minutes, oh my gosh, you're nothing like how you're on the show. But I always expect people to sometimes use common sense. Like, I'm in a debate show, debating. Like, show me how you look in an argument. I'm sure you don't look the prettiest. Do you know what I mean? It's a debate show. These people are trying to get their opinions across. Now, I don't agree with each and every way we've tried to get our opinions across, but it makes us us. Do you know what I mean? That's what made me. That's what made, for example, Lucas, Choma, and at the end of the day, that's just how it goes. So I feel like when people meet me, a lot of people expect me to be this rowdy, loud, scary person. So when they speak to me within 5 minutes, oh my gosh, like, you're so different. Well, duh, I'm not going to be shy at you. I'm not going to be arguing, because we're not debating. Like, I'm a different person when you meet me for the first time, or you hang out with me, or we're partying, or, do you know what I mean? It's different environments and different scenarios bring out different characters in people. So, yeah.
All right, and 2 things that you want people to know about you.
Well, one, above all, I'm a mother. I think I hold that quite highly. That's my trophy. And the second, I can't really say, because I feel like I've given the world a big insight to who I am and my life, my personal life, my private life. I feel like they know a lot. So I just feel like there's nothing much I can give. Like, I feel like I've given the world enough, like a lot.
All I can say is just continue to watch me, continue to support me, and who knows, maybe you might even be a part of the journey of marriage and more kids. Who knows? God willing.
Hallelujah, amen. On to the second prawn. Jumbo prawns. Like that?
It's got a bit of a tangy.
It's a good time though.
Yeah, it's a nice time.
Oh, okay. Double dipping now.
I can see that you've done this so many times. You're not just taking small.
I'm only taking a bite of everything because I want to pace myself too. I'm wearing the same lip gloss that I wore the last episode, and it's tingly, so I'm gonna feel the pepper on my lips. So, Essie, you're very outspoken. You really say it how it is. Hence the if a man can tell me to shut up. So I watched Backchat from episode 1, season 1 to like the most recent, just research and whatever.
Okay.
So please tell me how you deal with like all the trolls in regards to like what you say, because some of the comments that I've read are ridiculous. So how do you deal with that side of social media?
I think I feel like when you decide to become a public figure, or you decide to put yourself out there, I don't think there is a handbook as to how you deal with trolls. I think one of the biggest misconceptions that people have, going back to that question, of us as a whole in terms of all the cast on Backchat, is people assume that we stage things, or we knew this was going to happen. None of us knew that Backchat was going to blow. No one knew that Backchat was going to become as successful as it did. And nobody knew the trolling that came with it. So I feel like as the years has gone by, I feel like I've just learned how to just deal with it and block it out. Don't get it twisted, I'm not going to sit here and say it was easy. There's times I cried at night, there's times I shivered, there's times I was like, oh my god, I'm scared to go outside. Do you know what I mean? And that's not just me, that's all of us. That goes down from Biscuit to Lucas, to all of us that received trolling. We all went through it emotionally and mentally. And it's a lot of people don't know what the other side is like. A lot of people think, you're just out there, you're popular, you get invited all to these, to these industry things, you rub shoulders with the top people in the industry, but there's a darker side to it where people struggle. And there was a lot of times where we did struggle, especially in 2016 when it first came out, 2017, I struggled. There was a lot of hurdles that I had to, go across. But one thing I'd say that kept me going was the support I had, and knowing that I wasn't just the only one that was going through it. And as well as that, time is a healer. As time went by, it got easier, So when someone tells me I'm ugly, by the time you tell me on the 10th time, I'm used to it now. Okay, I'm ugly. Next. Do you know what I mean? Her body's botched. Okay, I've heard it 20 times. Who's next? 21 times. I'm over it now. So as time goes by, it gets easier. And so don't get twisted. There are still things that will affect you. But then, do you know, it's like, again, having a good support system. My family, my mum, my sister, my brother, who consistently reassure me that these are just internet people who will never say it to your face. That's what was, kept me going.
That's so true. I want to ask you something about one rumor.
Okay.
Is it true that you and Lucas dated?
Oh my gosh, do you know how many times I had to put this to bed? Me and Lucas never dated. That is my homie. Obviously at the time when the show was going on, because everyone created that scenario, we went along with it, but we never dated. That's my brother from another mother. We never dated. It's never, ever been that. Ever. I don't even know why. I guess I understand because they used to say, sorry, I was Mrs. Do you understand? He was Mr. Do you understand? So I guess I get it. But no, Lucas has always been my brother. Nothing more, nothing less. We never, ever dated.
All right. On that note, I think it's time for prawn number 3. How's this?
These are not peppery.
It's just prawn number 3. It's just prawn number 3.
What, am I supposed to be scared?
Say nada. Staying on the whole like social media front. In regards to like BBLs and people commenting about women and their bodies, I just kind of really want to know your opinion about WAP. Now, I just feel
the music.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the music side of it and the opinion side of it, because I feel like in regards to like how people commented about your body, about your surgery, and how open you are about that as well. What do you think about this whole the social perception on women and their bodies, and aka WAP?
Okay. See, the problem is that I've got society's opinion, which I have in my brain, but then I also have my culture. Being a Nigerian woman, coming from a certain background and having certain expectations that are put upon you, especially I'm the firstborn in my family. So, I feel like social media, I feel like in today's society, nobody should have the rights to judge anybody on whatever they decide to do with their body. I don't ever judge anybody on what they decide to do with their body. If you decide to go and do Botox, lip fillers, BBLs, breast lift, that's on you. Do you understand? It's all about what makes you happy. That's what I stand by. When I decided to do my body, I never thought about doing my body before I had a child. So it's only when I became a mother and my body changed did I then start to look into, okay, I've done this, I've done that, it's not working for me. Now, what's the next step? So, and this was not a decision based on man. This was a decision based on what people expected. This was a decision based on me. And I had this conversation with someone before. A lot of people think that women do their bodies for man. Nobody's doing their body for a man. It's like when you do your makeup and you do your hair. You see, when I do my hair and I do my makeup, my man's not going to ask me what type of hair is this. My man's not going to ask me what eyelashes are you wearing. It's my girls. My girls will be like, Esther, that hair is popping. Those eyelashes are popping. Esther, your body is nice. You've lost weight. It's girls that will notice that. Do you understand? So I hate the misconception that people have that people do it for other people. No, we do it for ourselves to look good and to feel good within ourselves. Now, in terms of WAP, I sang along to that song. I like the song personally. Do I agree with what is, I get it that the lyrics and what is being said is very sexual orientated. It sexualizes women's bodies. I understand it ain't great. Like, I wouldn't encourage my daughter to sing it. Do you understand? If you're of age and you're an adult, do as you please. Now, but at the same time, I have to also say that these are grown women. Whatever they choose to do is whatever they choose to do. And I get it that they're influencing a certain group, a certain age group of women that look up to them. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people need to stop. I always say this to people. You see, my daughter, I am her influence. I am the person that I want her to look up to in terms of getting advice, in terms of getting support. I'm not expecting my daughter to go on YouTube and look at Cardi B. I'm not expecting my daughter to go on YouTube and look at Megan Thee Stallion or however they say her name. I'm the responsible. She's my responsibility, not theirs. So I understand that a lot of people say, they have a responsibility, they have a younger generation to watch, that are watching them. Yes, but at the same time, we also have parents. We also have, a responsibility to make sure our kids are not watching certain things. Our kids are not being washed. Do you understand? So I'm very in tune with whatever Destiny's doing. Like her TikTok, no, you're not doing that. No, you're not listening to that. That's my responsibility. It's not Cardi B's responsibility. Do you understand? I can't stop what Cardi B puts out there. Just like we can't stop whatever it's been put out in the orbit. But it's about how we can manage it. And when it comes to our children, watching what they watch, making sure we're monitoring, okay, don't do this, don't listen to that. And even if they do listen to it, explaining them and making them understand. Growing up, my parents have explained things to me. Like, my parents have explained, don't listen to this song. So I used to listen to it, sing along with it, and think it's okay. But if I had my mum explaining to me that, you can listen to it, but this is what it means. It doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's this. Do you get what I'm saying? I make it a responsibility upon myself to ensure that I explain things to my daughter, which a lot of people don't. So that's why people are quick to say, they're influencing us in the wrong way. No. Let your parents, even if they are putting out that music, you can't stop that from happening. But what you can do is make your children understand, yes, that's being put out there, but this is how the world is, and this is how you should look at things, or this is how your morals and principles should be. Do you understand? So that's how but I don't like to judge people on what they do. If you want to do your body, if you want to do your head, your nose, anything, do it. Do you know what I mean? I stand by whatever makes you happy, internally and, externally.
I think it's time for the next prawn. What do you think?
Okay.
All right, come on then.
So number 4.
Number four.
Looking like I am actually or something.
Oh my god, I ate the whole prawn.
I actually like that sauce.
It is nice. That sauce is very nice. Okay, Esther. So you were on MTV's Challenge 34.
The hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. You see now, if you want to answer the question, what's the hardest thing done? That chat is baby food. The challenge. That one was that one is struggle.
You definitely showed a lot of strength. Tell me how it was in regards to training for that. Do you have training for that?
No.
For that show? So you just went into it?
No, yeah, literally go into it. So it's up to you if you choose to train or not beforehand, but you just literally get thrown into it.
You didn't train for it? So the last episode I watched was between you and Georgia, and you were having to carry those big...
They call it relics.
How heavy were they? Was like one was like 10 kg or like
yeah,
over?
So every one was 20 kg, one was 10 kg, one was 15 kg, one was you only had up to the largest one we had was 75 kg. So, yeah.
And you carried that 75 kg, my dear. She carried 75 kg. Can you man them bench press 75 kg? Would you say that you're headstrong then? Because that is a lot to actually not do any training and to go into a show like that.
I think, it's a challenge was a challenge for myself. I challenged myself. I didn't know what to expect. I feel like if I had watched the previous episodes, then I would have psyched myself and not wanted to do it. So I'm someone that I like to challenge myself and push myself to limits that I've never thought I had. So I did. That was definitely a show that pushed me to limits I thought I never had. I would have quit a long time ago. There was times where I wanted to quit. Unfortunately, the way my mother's raised me, you cannot quit. You're not allowed to quit. So it was just, I just had to keep consistently enjoy. As well as that, another thing that I struggled with emotionally was that was the longest time I'd been away from my daughter. I was away for 6 weeks in Thailand filming. Pardon me. So I was away for 6 weeks in Thailand filming. And that was one of the hardest things. Because at most, if I go on holiday with my girls or whatever, I might go away for 5 days, 7 days at most. But to go away for 6 weeks and there's no contact with your family, no contact with destiny, nothing. I did not have a clue about what was going on in the outside world. London could have been burning down. I have a clue. Do you know what I mean? So that was one of the hardest things that I struggled with emotionally. And as well as the physical challenges where you have to I did things. I jumped off cliffs. I swam in the ocean. I did things that I thought, what the hell am I doing? Like, literally, give me a makeup brush, give me makeup, give me hair, I will kill it. But make me do physical challenges, listen, you go and wait. So, but the one thing I'll say was, it was definitely an experience. It was definitely something that challenged me, and I'm very grateful for. It was definitely, I met some amazing people, friends that I'm with. I mean, people that I've become friends with now in terms of that I've built, strong and real connections with, that I'm still friends with today. People like Kaylee, she's been on the show, done a couple seasons, and they kind of helped me mentally to understand the game. And the thing is, a lot of people have this misconception of the challenge, that it's all about having physical ability, but it's not. You also have to have a good social game. And the reason I was able to stay up to 6 weeks was because I had a great social game. In terms of, like, even though physically you may not be the strongest in the team to win the challenges, but socially and mentally I had a good mental game. I could socialize, like I knew how to play a game. There's a numbers game to it as well as a physical game. So you might be the weakest on the team, but you're a number in terms of the group within the groups. So people are battling within themselves to get to the final, so they might need you as a number to vote for someone out. Do you understand? So you have to have a good social game, you have to have good alliances, and that's what took me through 6 weeks.
I think it's time for a next prawn.
Oh, good.
Yeah? Right then, cool, let's do this. This one, you have to dip.
Okay. Okay.
You telling me?
This one is hot. This one I need water. That one is hot.
What?
But it's hot nice though.
Oh, okay. Oh, she can handle the pepper. It's nothing, Abi. Okay, so what was the hardest thing about that whole challenge? Because we saw from your facial expressions that, my God, it looked tough. Especially when you were carrying that 75 kg.
The hardest thing for me was definitely the physical challenges. Having to carry, because I was like, you're running up and down, carrying all this weight, and then as well as that, you also have to have a memory of remembering what each kg matched to put on the other side, because it was basically symbols that you had to now take to the top and put it in the right symbols as the symbols down there. That's very complicated, but it was something that, when I think about it, it was stressful. But it was something that I kept pushing myself. One thing I didn't want to do is quit. because my mother's always said to me, no matter whatever circumstances or challenges that you face, don't ever quit. Because what you end up doing, it shows that you wasn't. It just shows that you're. It almost looks like a failure. At least try till the very end, and even if you don't succeed, at least you know you pushed yourself. If I quit, I would have been pissed off because I would have seen it as I could have won this. Do you know what I mean? And the reality is that I surprised a lot of people in the challenge when I did that elimination with Georgia. Like, I think people expected me to be very far behind her, but I was only 1 or 2 relics behind her. And so if she never got the help that she did, we could be talking differently now. Do you know what I mean? It might have been that she was eliminated and I was in the game longer. So it was definitely something that pushed me to limits that I never thought I had, and I'm grateful. It was an experience. Would I do it again? I doubt it.
On that note, let's take the last prawn. You ready?
Oh, it's getting hot now. Right, cool.
All right.
It's hot, but it's nice. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I'm eating. You know when something is nice, but it's hot.
No, that is actually nice.
A few moments later.
Oh, what's that? This one is the this one. That one. It's hot.
All right. For the culture, everybody has to know. We need to ask this question. Esther, are you single?
I am single. I'm single.
Tell us what you're looking for. Maybe I got a friend for you.
To be honest with you, I don't even know what I'm looking for right now. Right now, I don't want to put any pressure on myself, because especially coming from the culture that I come from, you're already faced with aunties, mummy, uncles when you're getting married. Do you know what I mean? So right now I'm going through a process where I'm almost 30. I'm going to be 30 next year. And I don't want to put pressure on myself. I just want to kind of just be free-spirited and see what happens. Because obviously you're Nigerian yourself. I'm sure you understand the pressures that are put upon you when you hit a certain age.
No, I think I'm really lucky.
Are you?
Yeah. My mom said go to school, move out, cool.
Oh, wow, that's good. See, with my mom, when they get married, I want more grandkids. I want this, I want that. So I kind of just, right now I'm at a point in my life where I don't put pressure on myself. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So right now I'm in a point where I'm just living. I like to show people that you can be 29, 30 and still live. Go out, enjoy yourself, have friends, date, and don't put pressure on yourself. Because sometimes when you put pressure on yourself, without you knowing, you end up putting yourself in situations that you don't even want to be in. Get in toxic relationships, you know, meeting people that shouldn't really be in your life. So I'm kind of just taking my time with it, riding a wave, and seeing what happens.
And there you have it, guys. Hold on, sorry, my nose is running. Oh, damn. All right.
It definitely got hot.
Yeah, it definitely did. Okay, so there you have it. Esther, how was it?
It definitely got hot. But it was nice. It was really, really nice. Definitely nice. I'm definitely going to go back in with the fourth one.
Fourth one was banging.
Yeah.
Fourth one was banging. All right then, Esther, please tell us where we can find you and what you have and what you have going on next.
Okay, right now, unfortunately, a lot of my plans in terms of like, you know, what I was supposed to be doing, podcasts and stuff, all got cancelled because of the COVID, unfortunately. It's really hard to make plans right now because of what's going on in the world. One thing I am praying for is that everyone comes out of this safely, you know, and healthy. But right now I'm kind of just, I had so many different plans going on. Like I had, you know, podcasts that I was supposed to be a part of, but filming got cancelled. So right now I couldn't even tell you what the future holds. So I'm just kind of living as it comes, not putting pressure on myself, and whatever happens, happens. So God willing, you know, I put everything that I want into prayers, and, you know, whatever you know, sow into a prayer, shall it come to pass. So yeah.
Fashion brand, hair, going global. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. That's the end of today's episode. Thank you so much, Esther, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Felicia Olutis, and this is If You Can't Take the Heat. See you next time.
Peace.